Good day, everyone. And today, I want us to look at something that is very important in this life. God is the owner of the universe, and He has created some things that we don't take cognizance of. Now, the day, the night, the cold, the hot, the time for planting, the time for harvesting. These are the things that God created. We met them on earth. We met them when they give back to us. Those things are existing before we even exist. Now, how are those things related to man? What is the linkage? How can we learn from them? What are those things we can see as lesson from this season of life? Now, let me start by this. There is a time that every farmer have to plant, and they will always wait for the harvest time. Let's take it cool now. A seed time of our life is a time where we plant. What do we plant? We plant into people's life. A very close related example is we invest into people's life. We save, we do a lot of things. Like it's a seed time for our life, a time for investing, a time for planting. That's a seed time for our life. Now, in this time, you realize that you are the only one doing the whole thing. If you are in the seed time of your life, you will have millions of people around you that have money and they will not give you. Why? Because that time you are the one that should invest. You are the one that needs to be doing the giving. Though you don't have, but the little you have, because of that seed time you have in your life, you need to be investing. You need to be giving. People will not see you as somebody they can help. People will not see you as someone they can assist. It's not because they are evil or because they are bad. It is because you are in the seed time of your life. If you're able to understand this, you will know very well that after a seed time, there will always be an harvest time. But in that seed time, what are you doing? Are you downcasted? Are you feeling discouraged? Or you think God is not on your side again? Or you think you are not getting something right? No, it is seasonal. The season you are reflects what happens to you. The season you are shows those things that you pass through. The season you are now is what defines your experience, what you are passing through. It's because of the season. Now, after that season, there is always another season that is coming, and that season is called the harvest season. In the harvest season, there's something you need to understand. In this season, you cannot walk alone. Now let's look at it in this way. If you plant something, you can single-handedly plant some seed. But when it comes to harvesting, you cannot harvest alone. And that is why we must always learn to relate with people. In the time of the harvest of your life, in the time of the harvest, there are some things that you must have learned in your seed time. And because those are the things that you will use when it comes to the harvest time. Now, if you did not take your time to invest in yourself, if you did not take your time to give to people, if you did not take your time to use your seed season very well, it might be difficult for you to laugh at the harvest season of your life. Now, if you did not plant anything at all, what are you going to harvest? We made this thing on earth. God has designed it like that, and we must learn from all the season. Season come and go. Therefore, I want you to know, if you are in the seed time of your life, it's not the worst time. Because you need some things and people don't give you. You know these people have, but they will tell you a story. They'll tell you one story or the other that, I can't help you. It is not because they can't help, it is because of the season you find yourself. So we must understand that season is there, and we operate based on every season of life. Let me tell you about these two seasons that is very important. The cold and the heat season. the cold. See, anyone that is in this season of life, anyone that is in this season of life will experience rejection. If you're in the cold season of your life, you will be experiencing rejection. You will experience loneliness. It will look as if people don't reckon with you. Those things you can do perfectly, they will not patronize you. It is not evil, it is just the season of life that you find yourself. You know, at the time, there will be cold everywhere. And at the time, you will not be able to withstand the heat that comes. But in that cold season, is a season of rejection. If you're in that season, you realize you are lonely. People don't want to patronize you. You do things good, but you don't see people to come and meet you. It's because of the season you are. Don't forget that season will pass away and you will find yourself in another season. So I'm only telling you this so that you will not conclude that life is not favoring you. No. So that you will not conclude that you are the worst person on earth. No. I want you to know that it is seasonal. When it is cold, a period of loneliness, a period of rejection, a period of dryness. People don't reckon with you. People don't come to meet you. People don't seem to like what you are doing, though you do them perfectly. But every now and then they complain. See, it is not worse for you, and you are not the worst person. As a matter of fact, it does not define who you are. It is just because of the season of life you find yourself. So you must understand that when you are passing through these things, another season is coming, and that is heat. At that time, you will enjoy what you have not been enjoying. People celebrate you because you are warm. People embrace you. People want to be around you all the time. You see, a lot of people today, when you see them, because you are in the cold season of your whole life, they are in the heat season of their whole life. Or you are in the seed season of your whole life while they are in the harvest season of their life. You will think they have done something else that is not good. You will think they are into fraud. No, it is not all those people that are into fraud. There are some people that it is just by the season of life they find themselves. Do you know that there are some children we give birth to in the cold season and there are some we give birth to in the heat season? So what will you tell us? The one that we're giving birth to in the cold season will feel rejection, will feel lonely. The one that we're giving birth, so that is how it is for everyone. For some people start their life at the heat season. So they don't experience what you are experiencing now because what you are in your own era, it is a cold season. For them, it is the heat season. So different countries have different weather. When you are feeling cold in your own country, in another person's country, they are feeling warm. So where you started your life is different from where another person is starting his or her life. So you don't consider or you don't judge life by what is happening to the second person. No, we are in a different season of our life. The season of life we need to understand. I want you to understand something. There is nobody that is perfect. I have for once rated or placed my life in another man's season, which is wrong. At that particular time, you will feel rejected. You will feel, even if you pray, you will feel God is not answering your prayer. Why? Because you are putting yourself in another man's season of life. So I want you to know that whatsoever you are passing through today is just because of the season of life you have. That season in no time will pass away, and there will be another season. A very good season that you should know about is this night season and the day season. Everybody knows that when it is night, it is dark. People don't see you. you are alone. People don't reference you. As your business is alone. Everything about you is in the dark. It's a season of life. And there's something that is very important in the night season that I must tell you. The night season, as is a darkness season, is also a season of big dreams. In the night season is a season where you have big dreams. And that is where people that are very smart think big and dream big for their life. So you must understand that. And I want to say this before I go off. The night season is very important because if there is no night, there won't be day. And at the particular point, you see things that they are getting harder than the way you expected. Things become worse than what you bargained for. When it is very dark, extremely, it shows that the light is coming. And when it is passing away from that darkness, it is getting to day, and there will be a brightness for you. Let me illustrate with this. If you have a balloon and you are blowing the air inside, it will get to a point. The balloon will not be able to hold it again. It will burst. And that is the way it is. When it is dark to some extent, to a particular stage, light will definitely show up. When light show up, you realize some things. The day season has come to stay. And you will be happy because it's a season of exposure. It's a time of appreciation. Some people started their life at the day season of their life. They do little things. The world knows them. It's because they are in the day season of their life. Whatsoever they lay their hands upon, everybody hears about it. It's because they are in the day season of their life. So don't worry if you are in the night season of your life. Don't worry. You are going to break forth again. The darkness will so pass away and you will find yourself in the day season of your life. Let me tell you this. There is no season that is bad. We must learn from every season. When the season seems not to be conducive for us, we should learn from them so that we can know how to behave ourselves when we are in the one that is good for us. There is no season that is bad. God is the one that created all the seasons. And He created it, and we find ourselves in them. Season comes when it is time for them to come. You cannot force season to go. So, I want you to know today that the season is very important. And when you are passing through anything, sit back and think, what season of life are you experiencing now? The only thing you can do in your own way is to beg God. Some people have, okay, we have the longer day, shorter night. So if you are in the night period of your life, beg God to give you a shorter night so that you can go to the day period of your life. So thank you and see you next time.